Hello and good morning, everybody. This is Divim here, and you are now watching Divim's gaming channel. How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody is okay. I am doing all right this morning. So yesterday we were continuing, we were doing the main storyline quest, and I got up to, we're a little recap, kicked the crap out of Vothry's butt, but not after, had to fail at least once, So here we are now. Got rid of Vothry. Emmett Selk went turned on us because I couldn't hold my light, and he shot the Exarch, stole the Exarch, and lights returned back to Norvrant, and now I'm at risk of becoming like the Lightwarden Supreme, like super Lightwarden. But Green was able to hold the light at bay for now and slow the process of me becoming a super Lightwarden. And now I'm going around trying to find out more about the Crystal Exarch. And I've gotten to the point where I got to talk to Lina now, and we're going to do so right now. Lina urges you to follow her, because now we're going to be going into the innermost sanctum of the Crystal Tower. So now we got to go to the Ocular, and she's going to unlock the door within the Ocular to this innermost part of the Crystal Tower. So now we must follow her. Again, I have no preference what instance of the Crystarium I go into. Now we gotta run all the way to the Crystal Tower. And I guess here's where we learn more of the Crystal Exarch secrets.
I have unlocked the door to the umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
Oh, a lot of books. Allegan, data. Thingamajiggamabobber.
Moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatia, then. By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star. Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Cid Garland being perhaps the greatest. In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes, and thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice. But all the while, the world continued to burn. It was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope, we are finished. Mankind is finished." Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Cid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th umbral calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Cid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only man who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous. Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Cid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward. 'Tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was him. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, he would rise above. Where others would break and run, he would carry on. The warrior of light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow. In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were his deeds joyously retold. For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the warrior of light himself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. He was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to him. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood, and of your part in arranging Linfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Lightwardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me, but in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity, and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity, and make of it a portent. A prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the Rift.
Is this truly thy wish?
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would. And I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do?
Yeah, I mean to have a few words with both Emmett and the Exarch. Oops, sorry, I whacked the mic to do that. Changing a different, trying a different mic position. It's kind of closer than usual.
That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
You find the answers you sought. If there's nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door. The Tempest, that is the name given to the seas by which Calusia is bound. If you make a request to the Tamers, they will provide you with an Amaro to fly you over the waters, but do you mean to leave right this moment, alone? Yes. I'm not sure that. Nay, I will not seek to stop you. Go with the blessings of the shadow, and I shall await your safe return. Alright, let's go over to the Amaro porters. So to the Amaro launch. I'm gonna move this microphone up a little bit. Bear with me in any noises it may make. I'm also going to adjust the angle of the mic. There we go. That's a bit better. All right. So now we're going to go over here to... Oh, we got an aged Amaro tamer over here. Amaro for hire if you're interested. Actually, before I forget, let me add your name to our register. Wow, I have never registered that point. Alright, so let's track to the aspiring Amaro tamer. You require an Amaro? Just a moment, and I shall saddle our swiftest beast to fly you to the island. The open water? To the depths of the Tempest? Your Amaro can swim, yes, but to reach the ocean floor... Dot 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 dot. Oh, light.
Ah, we have found thee. Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste. Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
I offer no excuses.
None
When
needed.
I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas 'Twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare.
You're not being condemned at all.
Anger, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not?
Of course.
If thou canst forgive my deception, or
I forgive you.
set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
Yeah, I forgive you. Let's go.
I thank thee. Doubt not but that I will do all in my power to repay thy kindness and fulfill the Exarch's wishes.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea.
Sorry, Ryan. Where we're going? Or Rin, or whatever.
Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianche. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling when the light will break free again.
And I'll be better off in the bottom of the ocean than I would be out and about on the land devouring people.
Please, you must stay here. At least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
How can you make promises? We don't even know where to start.
Alize, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Of course I know! I know only too well! But making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple. We've all searched high and low for an answer, and every one of us came back empty-handed. I am not about to stand in his way now. Not after failing him in his hour of need. No! The least we can do is...
Don't worry, I'll be fine. The hero never dies.
We will go with you as well. There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue. Lead, and we shall follow. If there is any hope to be found, then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement then?
Well then, saddle up, boys and girls, and hold your breath. Okay. Yeah, everybody at the Crystarium.
Though we may not know the whole story, we do know you're in for a fight. And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
You told them!
No! Well, not in so many words.
Aye, we didn't need it spelled out for us. When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it was harder not to put two and two together.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive. And I knew at once that it must be you.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, it was clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel his excitement.
That's right!
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless. So if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
You might have invited them to join us, where they're not so many. But come, they are waiting. What is your will, O warrior of darkness?
I will to devour all your ether. Let's see. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Defend the Crystarium until we return. Leave it to us. We'll see the Exarch home safe and sound. Let's see. Defend the Crystarium until we return, because I'm not going to guarantee the Exarch's going to survive. Not if he continues to plan on with his plan of absorbing all the light and dying. All right. Now we got to talk to Urianger. Thou didst plan to commandeer tomorrow for thy journey to the open sea. I fear the following dive down onto Emmett Selk's underwater abode would drain even thy legendary stamina. Thus, during thy convalescence, we considered the most efficacious method of reaching the depths of the Tempest, and I believe we have arrived at an elegant solution. Yet ere we discuss this step, I suggest thou dost conclude such pressing business as remains to thee in the Crystarium. Once the sea closeth above our heads, we are unlikely to surface again until our grand deed is done. Alright. Oysters on the half shell. Alright, Urianger is patiently awaiting word that you are ready to depart. Thine affairs are in order, then I shall unfold to thee my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there. Nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Thus I would petition the aid of one of the Fae, a being with whom I have yet to meet face to face. Rather than waste words and explanation, I bid thee follow me onto the hamlet of Sullen, which lieth to the south and west. All will become abundantly clear, I promise thee. Alright. So I gotta go to Sullen, which is over in Lakeland. Okay. Alright, where's that Aethernet shard? I'm just gonna go to the Lakeland gate, and then I'm just gonna fly over that way. Oh, it looks like we got some new quests here too. Quite a few. Quite a few quests have popped up. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna go to. You know, I kind of don't want to pass up those quests because those could probably have armor or something. Oh wow! Look at all those quests down there too in Sullen. Egad, that's a lot. You know what? Back with that. I'm gonna go check out to see what these quests are. Got gear, that'd be great. All right, let's see what we got here. Oops, I already had the map up. All right, let's see. We got one over the Musica of Universalis markets. Looks like. Got a couple around the Amaro launch. One down by the nearby Docile Gate, and one up in the cabinet. All right, so I think I'm gonna run up to the cabinet, see what that one's got. The Ethernet. Let's go to the cabinet of curiosity. See what we got going on up there. I always do that. I keep running. I go running straight, and it's heading me away from the cabinet. All right. Okay, so here we are. Befton, huh? Befton makes a habit of concerning himself with the well-being of visitors to the Cabinet of Curiosity, and yours is no exception. Oh my, you look terribly pale, and I know scholars who haven't set foot outside in weeks. So that's saying something. Please pay a visit to the Spagrix post haste. These you protest. Know that I have told the Crystal Exarch the very same many times. And suffice it to say that he has learned to listen. Alright, so I gotta go to the Spagrix for that quest. I'm gonna swing over to the Amaro launch. Next. Alright, so the Amaro launch. Okay, so Iril. Ooh, she's got a bracelet. Oh, it's you. On behalf of all of us, thank you for fighting for the Crystarium. As a matter of fact, several citizens have prepared small gifts for you to show their appreciation. I said that if I saw you, I would let you know, and here you are. The ones that I've heard from are the Dalston and the Musica Universalis, Cobalt and Sweet Thief, and one of the instructors with the facet of gathering. What was her name again? No matter. You will find her at the Quadrivium with the children. When you have a moment, please speak with them. All right. I'm gonna swing down here and grab the quest from the Prospective Poet. Prospective Poet is in a search for the proper inspiration. Do you like poetry? This requires a sensitive soul. Apologies, I probably ought to provide context. I am composing a gift for my aged grandmother, who lost her sight some time ago. I wish to convey to her the endless beauty of the night sky through verse. To do so, however, I must explore the myriad emotions that shimmering inky expanse evokes in the heart. I am sure you understand. Thus, I would beg you assist me in asking those of the Crystarium what the night sky means to them. Cold, dark, vast. Alright, let's continue going down. There's another quest down this way. The drill instructor. Drill instructor is concerned about one of his recent recruits. Maybe a sandwich? Everyone likes sandwiches. Oh, if it isn't the Warrior of Darkness. What fortuitous timing. I'm worried about one of our recruits, you see. He is one of the residents of Holminster Switch, and after the attack he thought to join up, the better to protect those he loves. Alas, it's not so easy as all that, is it? And perhaps his training isn't having an immediate effect as he wished. He's become rather depressed. I know not what to say to him. As his superior, I fear that he will take my encouragement as chastisement. If you spoke to him, however, he might take your words to heart. Can I ask you to attempt it? You will find him sighing to himself in Sweet Sieve. Like as not, take him this as well. I find that nothing so reliably lifts the spirits as a full stomach. Okay. Another person I gotta talk to at Sweet Sieve. Oh my goodness, a lot of places I gotta run around here. I'll just get the Spragerix out of the way. I could scarce believe it at first that the night had returned. I stared upward, trying to burn it into my mind, wondering if it would disappear again, and then I saw a star. I know not how else to describe it. Fall. Astonishing. Bethton sent you. You do look rather drained. Why, the circles under your eyes are almost as deep as the Exarch's. Please take this. It's a simple but potent syrup that should balance your humors and reinvigorate you somewhat. Lana has ever coming by for more doses to foist upon the Exarch when he works himself to exhaustion. So you may be assured that it is... Why do you gotta use these weird words that I can't even pronounce? Efficacious? Now you'll drink that in front of me. Not that I don't trust you to take it, but I do have quite a few years experience working in this field, and I found that it's better to be certain that the patient is following my instructions. All right, so now I gotta take this syrup. You down the bottle in one gulp, but nevertheless are overpowered by the taste of vinegar and cannot help but grimace, then scowl. The extract made the same face the first time he tried it. Your cheeks do have a bit more color to them now, though. Please do bear in mind that I'm merely doing my job, though if you feel you must be avenged in some fashion, I might be persuaded to provide you another dose for Bethton. For all he fusses over others, the man is constantly working himself to the bone. Alright, so I'm probably gonna have to take some back to him. Alright, so I got those two out of the way. I got go up to the Cabinet of Curiosity. I still gotta run around out here too. You know what, I'm gonna run over to the Ethernet shard. Actually, it doesn't matter if I use the Ethernet shard or not. Well, I'll go back to the Cabinet of Curiosity in any case here. Let's give Bethton a taste of his own medicine. Here you go, Bethton. You went? I imagine what he gave you the syrup then. Yep, and I got some for you too. Take it. That really won't be necessary. I'm quite well, I assure you. The very picture of health. You can't talk your way out of this. Very well, but please don't make me drink it here. If they see my face, the others will never let me live it down. No. You're gonna drink it right here now, buddy. In any case, I'm relieved to see that you no longer seem to be on the point of collapsing into a heap of books. Do take care of yourself, or else. Alright, so let's see. The other person is in here somewhere. Ah, there we go. Ray Kesh. Or Quiche. Kesh, probably. Alright, how does the night sky make me feel? Fascinated, mainly. It's a far sight different than what I had imagined in reading of it. Brighter and closer, somehow, as if I could reach out and touch it. Alright, that one's out of the way. And let's see, simple gifts. Poet doesn't know it. Okay. They're all the way down there, so I'm probably going to deport to the Rotunda. So to the Aetheryte Plaza. And I'm going to swing down. I'm going to grab those guys. And then I should be able to swing right back into the Musica Universalis markets by the look of it down here. Aha, running through the pumpkin patches. Alright, let's talk to Tobil. Greetings and heartfelt thanks. It's only because you fought for us that our vegetable plots remain intact, and we may continue to leave peacefully. It is but a meager offering in comparison to what you've done for us, but we've prepared some food using the vegetables grown here for you to take with you on your journey. I hope that it suits your palate. All right. The Warrior of Darkness? You must be mistaken. You can't possibly have reason to speak with me. Well, why not? Here, eat a sandwich. I don't know what to say. I don't deserve your kindness. I don't deserve your sandwich. Eat it! Nonsense. You've been working hard. How do you know that? I mean, I have tried, but... Well, I'd hoped that this would go differently, I suppose. I'm in the guard now, yes, but my spear still feels heavy and awkward in my hands. My knees still shake when I'm in combat. It wasn't meant to be like this. It sounds pathetic when I say it out loud, doesn't it? I had resolved to be like you, who came to our rescue when everything was at its most hopeless. Yet here I am, discouraged at the first sign of difficulty. There's nothing for it but to face my own weaknesses, is there? To overcome it. It won't make me a hero, but it's a step on that path. And seeing you again has reminded me that that's the path I want to follow, no matter what. All right, yeah, get to it. You can do it. All right, looks like this one's up it's up top. Yep, all the way up to the top. The night. It is a strange and wonderful thing. Were I to ride my Amaro ever upward, I wonder, would I arrive amongst the stars? I think I should like to. Alright. Now, over to the Musica Universalis markets. Jump to my death. Alright, so swing over this way. Talk to this person over here. Jolston. Thank you for stopping by. I very much wanted to present this to you directly. You probably won't be surprised that this is what we came up with, but the merchants here thought that a piece of armor would be most useful to you, so we pooled our funds for this. May it serve you well. Alright. And then I got talk to this person over here. Yeah, they merely make you work for it. Alright, we'll do some sprinting. Botany instructor, huh? Oh, I'm so glad that you haven't already left the city. I wanted to present you with this gift. It's from all of us. We wanted to give you something homegrown, but we're worried about burdening you too much. So we used fruit from the orchards to make juice. Hopefully, it will make for a refreshing treat on the road. Alright, there we go. Another quest complete. And I think I should be able to pick this one up still. I think I got enough room in my journal. The elven man before you seems to be in a state of considerable distress. Oh dear, oh no, oh my, ah! You there, help, my wife is having a baby. A baby! Well, congratulations. I was there, but the nurse said I was making everyone anxious and threw me out. I came out here for fresh air. I'm having an awfully hard time breathing for some reason, but I can't just wait. You have to tell them to let me back in quickly. All right. Where be this birthing? No? Well, how do I get in there if it's not there? Do I gotta go up the stairs? Perhaps. Maybe it's up on another floor. No. Maybe it's right here. Ah, it's right here. Okay, so where is this? Ah, here we go. Flustered father, wicked white, it's a baby. Yes, a lovely baby girl, and both she and your wife are quite well, so please do calm down. It's a baby, our child. Goodness me, you brought the Exarch's guest with you. Well, since you're already here, would you like to welcome this little one to the world? Alright. Thank you. I'm sure that she understands, and this will make a wonderful story to tell when she is older. That's if the world continues to exist. Oh, I'm so happy I can barely breathe. Actually, I really can't breathe. I think I need to step outside for a moment. Okie dokie. Oh yes, I'm fine. Just a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. I'm a father. And to think that you were there to greet my daughter. She'll grow up knowing the tales of your heroism, I promise. As until I become a monster and I eat you all. Alright. Okay, so now back to the Amaro launch area. Let's see. Okay, where's that Ethernet crystal? Right over there. Doesn't matter how far of a fall you make, you never die. Alright, let's head back to the Docile Gate. Swing up that way. Turn in the quest to that instructor. And then head up to the Amaro launch. Turn in the last couple. Seems that your mere presence was enough to restore his fighting spirit. I cannot thank you enough. Or can I? Thank you for coming to me when I most needed it. I swear that I will do my utmost to follow your example in the future. Sir, may I join you on patrol? Quite frankly, I need the practice. And you shall have it. With me, guardsman. Alright. Now we head up to the Amaro launch. Turn in the last couple quests that are in here in the city. And then proceed back into Lakeland. And we'll head down to Sullen. Maybe hammer out a few of them quests. And then continue on with the main storyline. Alright, so we got Uriel right here. We'll turn in that. Met with everyone then? Wonderful. If you like, I can prepare those gifts for you to carry more easily. Alright. Here you are, and please know that no matter where you travel, you will be in our thoughts. Why, thank you. Right? Got my bracer. Alright. There we go. Gonna take off the materia. And I'm just gonna convert this over to some materia now. Savage aim 6. All right. Let's update my gear set. Gonna head over to that poet. And how did they speak of the night sky to you? Oh yes, that's good. I can feel the words stirring within me. I must recite this to my grandmother at once, whilst the image remains vivid in my mind. When you have a moment, might you come to the catenaries and meet her? She's always so delighted by travelers' tales. So I gotta go over the catenaries. All the way back over here. Alright, it's back over to the Musica Universalis markets. Okay. I have a feeling it's way up here. Yep, and I was right. Okay, so where is this? There we go. This is the traveler I told you of, grandmother, the one who assisted in finding inspiration for my poem. And what a beautiful poem it was, so full of love and awe and hope. Just as beautiful as the night sky that you returned to us, my dear, I'm sure. That you what? You didn't notice, child? You need to truly see the world around you if you are to make a living as a poet. You are the warrior of darkness? And I asked you for help with my poetry? Thank goodness I didn't insist upon reciting it to you. I might have died of shame just now. Oh, you needn't be so dramatic. It really did turn out quite well. And now you've had this lovely chat, isn't that right, my dear? All right, there we go. All done. I can't just simply jump off the stairs here. Since I'm down here, I'm going to equip the materia onto my new bracer. Alright, materia melding. Whipped. Brace of the sling. Direct hit rate. Commit. Yes. There we go. Now back to... Actually, I'm gonna go out to Lakeland from here. Saving me on some money there. Here we go. Lakeland. Okay. Gotta go over here to Sullen. Where there's a lot of quests just sitting there waiting for me to pick them up. Bath of weed appears to be ill at ease. Traveler, oh traveler, I don't mean to be a bother, but can you help me find my big brother? All of a sudden, he started talking about having to prove his courage. Then he hopped on a Morrow and flew off in the direction of the ruins above the village, all by himself. There are ghosts in that place. What if he doesn't come back? I don't want to be alone. Can you ride in the Morrow too? You sure look like you can. Maybe you could fly up there and find my brother for me, pretty please. Well, I don't have an Amaro, but I've got a plethora of other flying mounts. Oh, not that one. Please, God, no, not that one. Oh, this one's hilarious. Well, there's some mounts I don't think they should have given the ability to fly. Like, it's kind of silly. The behemoth just flying through the sky. Okay, so where's this guy's brother? Ah, here we go. Oh, hey, the sightseeing log. All right, there's Thaf's brother. Who goes there? I won't go down without a fight. Good, I could use a fight. Oh, Thaf sent you. What a little baby. I swear, every time I so much as leave his sight, he starts sniffling and sobbing. I told him I was just coming here to perform our village's time-honored rite of passage. Tradition has it that all boys of a certain age must fly here on the wings of an Amaro, retrieve 3 treasures from the ruins, and bring them back to the village. Hey, I have an idea. Since you came all the way up here, why don't you find something for yourself too? This sounds promising. That's the spirit. Now remember, it has to be 3 relics, no more and no less, or the ghost will get you. Ready then. All right, I'll race you. All right, gonna race me. The roulette seems to be liking Behemoth. All right, okay, so we got 1 relic. Got an engraved stone, a small key, pile of rubble. Let's go with the engraved stone. And the, I think I'll go with the key. All right. Midgar Armor. Look, I found my 3 relics. How many were you able to find? Not as many as me, I bet. Now I got a rusted chain, an engraved slab, and a rusted key. Ah, you found 3 too, and we got back at the same time, so I guess that means it's a tie. Oh well, anyhow, what are you waiting for? Show me what you've got. Wow, these look like the chains that were used on prisoners, and the stone tablet. That must be the cell number. And here's the key that opened the cell door. As you might have guessed, they say this place was used as a prison before the flood. Of course, it couldn't hold anyone in now, except for the ghost, of course. Boo, ha ha ha. Anyhow, I should get back to the village before Thaf causes another flood with all of his crying. So long, stranger. Okay, let's head back to the town. Here's a physical impossibility. How could something so large fly with so tiny of wings? That cake must be very enticing. The fat chocobo must actually be filled with hot air. Oh, it's you. Thank you so much for bringing my brother back. He said he fought off 100 ghosts to bring back those treasures. I should have known not to worry about him. He also said he gave you a terrible beating in some sort of contest and that you were sobbing from shame and embarrassment when he left. Is this true? Well, this is our secret, but I got you a little something to make you feel better. Not much, but it's all yours, so don't feel too bad, okay? Not everyone can be as brave as my brother after all. Yeah, your brother is, I'm not going to continue that sentence. Right, Chorakai. Hey, it's the first chocobo I've seen in a while. Chorakai of Weed has a pensive look about her. Oh, come on, where's the armor and some of the good stuff? Well, hello there. Don't you look like an imposing individual? Forgive me for being so forward, but could I trouble you to do me a favor? It's my worthless, slacking sop of a brother. He promised me that he'd help tend to the chocobos today, but I'll bet you Gil to Just All Greens that he's lounging about in bed doing absolutely nothing of import. I've told him time and again that he must shoulder his fair share of the workload, but it's like talking to a stone wall. I beg of you, friend, unleash the full fury of your anger on this listless flout. Okay. I'll go and I'll eat his ether. All right, let's see what Ortwill's got going on here. Ortwill is glancing anxiously across the waters. Hey, traveler, ye the type that likes to go for a dip in the water? If so, then there's a favor I'd ask of ye. My son's gone to practice his fishing on the south side of Lap, but as it turns out, I'll be needing him back here. There's a crate of fish that needs delivering to the facet of fishing, and it just so happens that the boy's been talking my ears off about how he wants to be the one to do the delivering this time. All right. So I gotta go retrieve his son. All right, let's see what Caswern's got. Caswern of Brick is tapping her foot and looking about impatiently. I say, whatever is keeping them. My order of fish should have been here hours ago. I've always made my deliveries on time, and I don't expect that to change now. Perhaps you could help me, friend. 3 lazy arse fishermen have yet to arrive with the dried fish they promised me, and I refuse to keep the guard waiting any longer. All right. So now we got to go and get some fish. Okay, you'll help. Thank you all so much. Just take these 3 orders to the fishermen whose names are written on them, and remind the lazy sods of the bloody job they've so clearly forgotten about. All right. Now we got to go bash some fishermen heads. And let's see, how many quests do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick up one more, I think. And then I run out of room in my quest log. All right, let's see. Dadford of Knot is having a decidedly unpleasant day. Of all the days to be, a traveler. Don't get many of those around here. Say, did you see a woman out and about on your way here? A short little thing about yay high to my knee. Well, isn't that just my luck? An investigator from the Facet of Gatherings come to these parts to research the local flora and fauna or some such. I've been tasked with looking after her, but now she's wandered off somewhere and refuses to come back. There's pirates around here and worse. Normally, I'd say if some fool woman wants to get herself killed, she could be my guest. But if her dead body washes up on the shore, I'll be the one taking the blame, and that's a less appealing prospect. Anyhow, if you see this bumbling wench about, tell her Dadfort said to wrap up whatever it is she's doing and get herself back before she gets hurt. Okay. Hey, we got a mender right here. I gotta repair my gear. There we go. Alright, so let's get some of these, alright, got a fish order for that person. Yes, I have what the girl seeks. Unfortunately, my tasks keep me here. Perhaps you could deliver the fish in my stead. Alright, you lazy bum. There you have it. Tell the girl that I'm certain that my product will prove worth the wait. Yeah, that's one of the fish. Okay, we've got a few down here we gotta talk to. I think that one might be in the house. Nope. There we go. Ortwill. Hi, what can I do for ye? The girl wanted dried fish. I am working on it, of course. It'll just be taking a little more time is all. I have to dry it out just right, you see. All right. Yours is an unfamiliar face. Is there something you need? Ah, the dried fish. I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding. I went to make the delivery earlier, but the girl was nowhere to be found. Perhaps we just missed each other. Anyhow, here they are, and tell her she's lucky. This is the tastiest batch I've made all week. All right. So I got all her fish. There you are. Well, I hope those fishermen gave you my fish and not more excuses. I see. Well, I suppose that's about the best I could have hoped for. Thank you, friend. The guards are notoriously picky about both the quality and quantity of the rations they order, and I take pride in giving them precisely what they want. After all, if they weren't here to keep us safe, we'd be doing a lot less fishing and cooking, and a lot more fighting and dying. That's why I simply refuse to keep them waiting. I understand that the fishermen have their pride as well, but sometimes the job just has to be done. Anyhow, I'm sorry for asking you to be my delivery man. I am sure you have much more important things to do. Please accept this as a small token of my gratitude. All right. Oh God, not the chair. Okay, so we got a quest down here. It's like it's in the water. Okay, it must be I passed by it. Figured it was in the water, but I guess not. Oh, there it is. Whoa, watch it. You're getting water all over the place. How do you swim so fast anyway? Anyway, if you want something from me, you're going to have to come back another time. I'm busy searching for the harpoon Papa lent me. I kind of dropped it, and before I knew it, it had sunk all the way to the bottom of the lake. Wait a minute. If you're such a good swimmer, maybe you could dive down and fetch it for me. Yeah, I bet you could. You'll do it, won't you? Yes, I'll do it. Thanks a bunch, mister. It sunk straight down below, so it shouldn't be far. Okay. Okay, got the harpoon. You're back. Is that what I think it is? Yes, the harpoon. Don't drop it again. Papa's harpoon, you're a lifesaver, mister. I saw you swimming down there. You were just like one of the lake spirits Grandpapa always talked about. Grandpapa says that in the old days the source was full of them, and that one day they'll come back and save us. He says they're huge and swim through the water like giant fish. Oh, I need to get back to Papa. You're coming back too, right? I'm sure Papa will want to thank you for everything you did. Well, see you. Ah, you're back. My boy's off to Thrusterum with a spring in his step. He's a willful one, aye, not unlike me when I was his age. But he's a good lad who loves the sea, and I'm proud he's mine. We live a simple life in these parts, not much in the way of coin, high adventure, or what have you. But that's fine with me. That boy is the only treasure I'll never need. Okay, his quest is all done. And looks like there's just a few more quests in Solon. Maybe like 2. Got Ambarth. Let's see what Ambarth's got. Ambarth of Not is eyeing you inquisitively. Oh there. You are the traveler who is the talk of the village. Yes, superb. There's a small favor I was hoping to ask of you. Have you by chance, in your journeys across the realm, encountered those curious little creatures known as the Mord? Yes. Splendid. That's just the answer I was hoping to hear. I would be most obliged if you could meet with a Mord merchant who's come to town and negotiate a simple transaction on my behalf. Under normal circumstances, I would of course go myself, but I fear there is a matter of most pressing business to which I must attend. I've asked around the village, but everyone, even some of the burliest fisherman types, seems downright frightened of the little fellow. I suppose I can't be blamed. We don't see many of their kind in these parts, after all, and the unfamiliar can be off-putting. At any rate, I would appreciate it ever so much if you could handle the task in my stead. Needless to say, I will see that you are duly compensated upon your return. Alright. Everybody's too afraid to deal with the Mord. Chickens. Nothing wrong with the Mord. Alright, so it looks like there's one more quest down here, and the objective for the one quest where I gotta go beat the snot out of her brother because he doesn't want to help out raising and taking care of the chocobos. Okay, ooh, question mark, question mark, question mark gift. Yelric appears to be having a heated disagreement with his friends. I'm telling you, it'll be fine. Let's go and find the treasure. You are mad, Yelric. If Mother finds out we went to the forest, I don't even want to think about what she'll... Oh, hello there, Mr. Traveler. What can we do for you? Wait, did you hear us talking about the treasure? Yeah? Shh, Vane. Oh, it's too late now. We'll share a secret with you. Just promise you won't tell anyone, okay? We were playing by our favorite tree when we found a bottle stuffed into a hollow. And inside the bottle was a treasure map. You look like you've been all over the place. Have you ever hunted for treasure? Maybe you could go treasure hunting for us. We were going to go ourselves, but if the grown-ups caught us sneaking around in the forest, we'd be in real trouble. Please, won't you do this for us? I wanted to be the one to dig up the treasure, but fine. You can go as long as we get to split the treasure 4 ways. We're the ones who found the map, after all. Thanks, Mr. Traveler. Here's the map. The treasure's buried to the east of here, right where you see the big red cross. Good luck. Alright, so we gotta go treasure hunting. And now I gotta go beat up this guy for his sister. You need something? Sorry, I'm rather busy here. This man strikes you as one of the most sluggish, slothful wretches you've ever had the misfortune to meet. It would seem that nothing short of a furious exhortation will suffice to convince him of the value of honest work. Alright, so we gotta go in here, go to emotes, let's see, general. See, there should be a furious or emote, maybe fume. Ah, there we go. You saw. Okay, that wasn't it. So I guess furious. Let's try furious. Okay, that got him going. Hey, what's with all the shouting? I don't even know you. That's right. You don't. Chora sent you. Well, if she was trying to scare the living wits out of me, you could tell her she's done a bloody good job. Where in the hell did she find someone like you anyway? It just happened to walk into town. You come from the same place as the Crystal Exarch, you say? That's, I mean, pleasure to meet you. You won't yell at me anymore, right? Some men dream of being heroes or going on grand adventures, but I'm a fisherman's son, and I reckon the slow life suits me just fine. Yes, just sitting by the still waters and... Right, time to go help Chora brush the chocobos. Just stop looking at me like that, okay? And next time it won't be me yelling at him. Ah, not the chair. There we go. Nariman. Next time it won't be me yelling at him. It'll be me shoving my spear right up his rear. Oh, it's you. I was hoping you'd come back so I could properly thank you. I don't know what you said to him, but ever since he got back, he's been brushing the chocobos like a man possessed. Good. I know, I couldn't believe it either, but truth be told, he wasn't always like this. Believe it or not, for a time, he even served in the Crystarium Guard, but over time, the sheer terror of the Sin Eater attacks got the better of him, and one day he just packed up his things and came home. He said the realm has enough heroes already, and he was happy to live out his time here until the end inevitably comes. I don't imagine he'll ever again be like he was as a boy, dressed in play armor made of buckets and frying pans, pretending to be the sellsword Radiska, bravely defending his companions. But he's still my brother, and I'm thankful to have him here with me, provided he pulls his own weight, of course. Anyhow, I should be getting back to work myself. Here's a little something by way of thanks. Safe travels, friend. Alright. And now I gotta go and get that treasure. Alright, let's go get the treasure. Looks like I got a few more other things too. Oh, that's right, I gotta go talk to the moored merchant. Now let's get this thing to enter back on me. Oh, where is that? There we go. Boom. Treasure. Oh, this is the moored merchant. You are the one from Ron's shop, yes? Yes, you are. If you come for more smooth and shiny pots, I'm afraid you come at the wrong time. No, I have none today. What is this? Chewy and salted fish liver? Yes, this is most tasty. Many a Mord will pay good coin to put this in his belly, oh yes. And this bottle, I have never seen it before. Yes, I have. You were sent by someone from not? No? Then I have the perfect thing for you. Take this in return and let the villagers rejoice and resound. What is it, you ask? Why, it is full to the brim with the plumpest, juiciest, squirmiest worms you have ever seen. I know it is tempting, but try not to gobble and gorge yourself on them, yes? No, I'm sure they'll use them for bait. They'll probably use them for bait for fish. So now I gotta go into the forest and see about that treasure. Okay, is it around here anywhere? Yeah, I got a circle here, but maybe it's over on the other side. If not here, maybe there. Aha, here we go, destination. Digging up the earth, you find a weathered wooden casket. Casket. What's this other location I gotta go for? The Sullen Man. Okay, that's right, I gotta find the investigator. I ran off on the guy. And there's the investigator up there on the rock. Yeep, don't sneak up on me like that. Can't you see you gave me a terrible start? Well, good. Wait a minute, I've seen you before. You're staying at the Crystarium, right? Pardon my little outburst. People tell me I frighten easily. Anyhow, whatever are you doing all the way out here? Is there something you need of little old me? Yeah, get back to the town. Dadford is worried for me, you say. Why, how terribly considerate of him. I wouldn't have thought him the type. I must head back to the village at once. There's just one little bitty rub. I seem to have misplaced some of my possessions. Well, perhaps not so much misplaced as dropped them whilst running away crying and screaming when a pirate appeared before me. The same difference, right? What sort of possessions, you ask? That means you'll be helping me, I presume. Splendid. I thought you looked the generous type. Anyhow, it's just 3 little things. My staff, my field notebook, and my tiny little pouch. If you could find them for me, I'd be ever so obliged. All right. Oh God, not the chair, not the chair. The egg again. The behemoth again. Come on, I got more flying mounts than those. No, not the chair. Oh, there we go. Magitech armor. Sampling pouch. That's her itty bitty little pouch that she was talking about. Flawless soul. There we go. While his soul is dead. Let's see what's going on. All right. Let's find the next item on the list. So it must be the last two items are down here. I already see one over here. The walking stick. And the other one's out there. Nice. All right. There's two items down. This time we didn't get attacked by a pirate. And the supply log. All right, there we go. We've got all the items. Now we gotta go back, give her her items, and then she'll head back to the guy. And then that quest is out of the way. And then we can continue on with the main storyline. You're back. Do you have my belongings with you? Oh, please, please say that you do. Yep. My staff, my pouch, and most importantly of all, the notebook containing the most monumental findings yours truly has gleaned. You've done a great service today, friend. And with that, I simply must get back to Knot and assure dear old Dadfort that I am safe. To think that such a tender heart lay behind that dour mien. Thank you, traveler, and ta-ta! All right. Oh, got the car again. Good old Regalia Type G. Let's talk to the facet investigator, get our reward. Came back hoping to receive a warm welcome and a hot cup of tea from old Dadfort, but instead he gave me a tongue lashing like you wouldn't believe. Why on earth didn't you warn me? I dare say the pirate I met out there was more welcoming. I swear I've never met a man more fit to serve as elder of a village they call Sullen. Hells, I wouldn't be surprised if they named the damn place after him. Yes, I know that the name is far older than that, and that it came from the dour faces of many a fisherman tends to wear. I also know that all of them, Dadfort included, are actually quite gentle souls deep down. They just aren't so good at showing it. Anyhow, I'm not afraid to show my emotions, and I'm incredibly appreciative of all you've done for me today. Take this as a token of my thanks, and tell old Dadfort that I'd sooner die than come back to his stinking backwater little shanty town. All right, time to turn in those last two quests. Ah, there you are, friend. I trust the transaction went smoothly. Yes, and here's some worms. Would you look at these worms? So plump, so juicy. Why, I can almost see why the Mord enjoy, or perhaps not at any rate. Our fishermen will be overjoyed. Bait like this is sure to bring in a healthy haul. I mean to make a point that this would not be possible without the cooperation of the Mord. Eventually, I hope to convince them that the little fellows aren't so bad after all. They're actually quite charming, wouldn't you agree? At any rate, thank you, friend. I trust this will suffice as payment for your efforts. All right. Okay, and last but not least, I gotta deliver the treasure chest to the kids. Hey, kiddos, here's your treasure chest. Well, did you find the treasure? Did you? Huh? It's full of old rings. Wait, I've seen these before in a picture book. These are the rings that people of the Church of the First Light used to wear. The church? You mean those crazy people who worship the light? Well, they're not around anymore, so I guess they won't mind us taking their treasure. Haha. Remember, we're splitting it 4 ways, just like we promised. You can take the first pick, stranger. After all, we never would have found the treasure without you. Alright, let's see. Yep, slaying. That's the one I want. And I think I got a better ring. So the one ring I just got is completely pointless. Yeah, I got a better ring out of the out of Mongolg. Alright, so now that's all that's left is to continue on with the main storyline. So we're gonna go talk to Urianger. Unless there's new quests that may have popped up along the in other zones, but I'm not gonna bother with going to all the other zones, seeing if there's anything new there. Alright. Go talk to Urianger. There, to the west, canst thou discern the hump of an isle rising above the water? That foliage-covered mass hideth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plunge thee beneath the surface. Thou shalt soon divine the reason for mine insistence. Though it may be much to my shame, I can but flail and flounder where thou mayest glide as a fish. I shall board a boat to the island and spare one and all the spectacle of mine inept strokes. So Urianger cannot swim. I thought that was a critter. So it's actually a fey folk. Wonder what it's doing living here and not in the Ilmeg. The Isle of Ken. Alright. Trying to find where I gotta go here. Funny seeing things that should the flying mounts flying under the water. Was this a giant snail or something? So I've got 2 different quest markers down here, which is kind of weird. Storm toss seas down, storm toss seas down. So it doesn't matter, I guess. I'm guessing I can go down here to this spot. It's further down, huh? There's a cave or something I gotta go to? And I'll just keep flying around until I find a cave entrance, I guess. Up, there's the edge of the world, so I guess it's not there. Maybe it's through here? No? Okay, here's one. Suspect rock formation. That must be an eye. Two curved slabs of rock seem squeezed together here, giving the impression of a giant stone eyelids. Yeah. Alright, so then the other one is down here. Though it appears solid enough, the rock yields slightly under your touch. Was the surface gently shifting, or was it just your imagination? Alright, so now I gotta go up. Probably gotta land on its back or something. I'll just use the white devil. Alright, there's Thancred and Urianger. I'll talk to him. Well, what hast thou discerned? It reminds me of a certain primal. Most perceptive, according to the lore of the Pixies, we are, even now, perched upon the back of an ancient Fey entity. Its name is Bigmark, the self-same title by which we know the great feathered whale revered by the Vanu Vanu of the Source. I would enlist its aid to bear us into the deep, and thence banish the water with an airy sphere, alike in form to the domes which do shelter the hamlets neath the ruby sea. Within this compass we may move unencumbered and defend ourselves when the hour of battle cometh, as most surely shall. Now I must needs ask for silence whilst I make my supplication. All right. So he's going to petition Bismarck to carry us into the Tempest.
Wir Sach, Bilan Bismail. Fallen si Lord Wislan, Ada si Alina.
Van Urs Atslir, Olfod Thin, Iri Guath Thi.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fey to know that didn't go well.
We need Feo. I'm sure the King of the Fairies can do something. Good, get Bismarck going.
Yes, Bismail win picked. Van Dromi Drom Jacob. Van Red Rithje.
Una Sahawin sur Dierno.
Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. It's only good manners.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight. May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
And off we go. Riding a sky whale. All right, now we're gonna make all them crap bricks.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows? Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
The magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods. I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
I'll just look up to the sky. You're gonna see a second one.
What a monster! Where did it even come from?
Now you better hold on to something. No, it's not. It's called a wave. Run. Goodbye, Sky Whale.
Wow.
The breath of Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves? The waters recede. The tempest's floor is laid bare. In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
And now I'm in the Tempest. Okay, now we gotta go talk to Urianger. Haha! Full glad am I that Bismarck was true to his word. We are arrived in the Tempest, safe and dry. 'Tis here we shall find the lair of Emmett Selch, and I believe the imprisoned Exarch as well. For an Ascian alone, it is of course a trifling matter to flee onto the rift. Yet I suspect such travel is nigh impossible with a mortal in one's custody. Nay, he would not soon risk his prize when the Exarch's very body serveth as the key to the Crystal Tower and his powers of temporal transportation. Thus am I all but certain that this underwater realm harboreth our friend and enemy both. We have but to find them. In the event you leave the area, speak with Inwheel in Venmont Yards and Kalusia to return to the Tempest. Okay. Tancred casts his gaze across the waterless expanse before you. Now, as for where we should be looking, I rather doubt Emmett Selch will be sitting around out in the open. I propose we follow the slope down towards the deeper trenches and keep an eye out for rock formations large enough to house a stronghold. Let's be off then, but watch your footing. The ground is still wet and like to be slippery. All right. Are there ether currents? Yes, there are ether currents under the water here. Interesting. Sea gelatin, huh? Oh, there's an aetherite down here. I think I'm gonna head over to that aetherite. I'm gonna completely bypass everybody. Go there and attune myself to that aetherite so I don't have to talk to anybody to get back down here. The Ondo Cups, huh? Ah, there's fishermen down here. There we go. I'm all tuned. Now if I need to leave the area, I can easily get back. Alright, now I'm going to head back to where the group is and continue on the main storyline. Dagon, okay. Ondo Youth. Is that who I'm supposed to be finding? Okay. Gasp. And it runs from us. Right. The finless ones, they followed me. Why have you come? Was it you who took away our water? Unfortunately, sorry guys. So this is where the Ando make their home. I had wondered. Pray forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We were not aware your people lived here in the Tempest. We need this great dome of air that we might conduct a most urgent search and thus beg you for your understanding. Chieftain, what are we to do? Kill the finless ones. No. Are you emissaries of the Ancient Ones? The mysteries have stirred. We have seen the illuminated land shining through the gloom of the abyss. If you are the emissaries, the chosen, I bid you welcome. If you are not, I bid you leave. I am not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? It would seem not. I suggest we withdraw for the moment. So, what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest lingering here. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we could call upon the Ando's local knowledge. Yes, I'd like to know more about this illuminated land the chieftain spoke of. Could it be Emmett Selch's stronghold, do you suppose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return? We cannot dismiss the possibility, but if these Ando refuse to speak with us... Kona, do you remember my first scheme for entering Ylmore? How I had planned to integrate myself by offering lucrative trading opportunities with the Ando? The individual I dealt with as reticent in manner and curious in custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach we can build a similar relationship here. What kind of approach did you have in mind? The chieftain fellow didn't leave us many options. If we are to tread the swiftest course, then we must needs locate its beginning. It is plain our all too dramatic arrival have thrown the settlement into confusion. Were we to solve such problems as we have caused and assure our hosts thereby that our purpose here is not inimical to them, or inimical, or whatever, they may yet prove amenable to reason. I smell chores, but very well, if it can be done quickly. What do you think? I have nothing better to offer, but I do worry that will happen, or what will happen if the Ando's tales end up leading us to a dead end. I cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has a deeper connection to the Ascians than first meets the eye. It warrants further investigation, thus I cast my vote in favor of aiding the settlement for the time being. Alright, let's see. We will make allies of the Ando. Let's do what we do best. I'll do what I can, I suppose. Alright, let's do it. We will make allies of the Ando. That is settled. Ishtola, pray proceed with your investigations. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. Alright, so let's see. I gotta go speak with Alphino. Alright, Alphino. Kona, you won't believe who I just bumped into. This is Pashush On, the very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Ylmore. I waited and you did not come when the Mistel came, but his visits did not continue. I am truly sorry, Posh On. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps. Where the dry return, a cave to the north is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are swifter swimmers. But now there's no water. We run, and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them. Too many. Ah, I believe I can be of assistance there. And one of you, Kona, if you've not found a task, you are most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate the company. Where the dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. All right, to the cave. By crabs. All right, we must run to the store for shampoo. We are going to fight the crabs. Where the dry return. I'm gonna summon forth the chocobo. Okay, is it furious? Here you go. I have an hour's worth of just all greens. Show over your healer stance. So I just gotta kill 3 of the crabs. Okay, one more. Oh, there's a sightseeing log over there too. Gonna go grab that real quick. No, not furious. I want to look out. There we go. And there we go. Now all the way back to the fisherman village. To the Ando. Oh, there's another lookout point. Nice. Alright, I got dismount for this. Alright, another one down. Alright. You could crack their shells? You must be stronger than you look. I see you've reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number. My thanks to both of you. You must have a reward. Nay, Faustus own. This was to be a part of my apology to you, remember? Besides which, the lack of water is our doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would very much like to learn more of you and your people. Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam aimless and lost until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood under the water, yet somehow they had been spared the scars of time and current. These structures provided shelter for my people, protection from the tempest's turbulent waters, and the predators which hunted them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course, and from this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers of their eternal sanctuary until such time as they returned. Okay, I'm getting kind of tired of the all, so I think I'm gonna cut back on that, the long S's. Okay, so thus, if it is judged that your coming and this great vanishing of water was by the ancients' designs, you will find warm welcome here. Truly astonishing history, and I cannot help but wonder, how will the significance or otherwise of our arrival be decided? The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt matter. Then it would seem our earlier decision was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, Posh Own, and will continue to do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire our help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We should return to the task at hand, only do try not to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. All right. Oh my goodness gracious, look at all these quests. Wow. There's quite a few here. All right, only one thing to do is to grab some and go. We got a distressed Ondo here. Certain bizarre incident weighs heavily on this Ondo's mind. Help me, finless one. Help me. Your people and your baffling ways have me at a complete and utter loss. A friend of mine, Cautious Moon, wished to engage in trade with finless ones, praying for shellfish, a simple exchange, sure to profit both parties. However, the sack which my friend proceeded to collect from the shore was filled not with grain, but with gravel. He felt so betrayed and now refuses to treat with the finless ones altogether, so distrusting he is of each and every one. But it makes no sense to me. What would finless ones gain from this skullduggery, or was there a misunderstanding? Can your kind eat gravel as easily as grain? No, we cannot. No, I thought not. But then why did the finless youths give my friend gravel instead of promised grain? It makes no sense. Will you go and speak with the Mistel woman with whom he brokered the deal? She is Moshe Moa of Right. I would like very much to hear her explanation. Perhaps it is a mere misunderstanding, but until we know more, it is difficult to know what to think. Sounds like kids being kids playing pranks. Bolshev's own yearns to harness the power of flame. Finless one, is it true that on the shore your people treat your food with fire to make it last longer? Yes. Aha, I thought so. You see, ever since the waters withdrew, our foodstuffs have become more prone to rot and decay. Something about exposure to air, I suspect. With this in mind, we thought we might try to mimic your fire-assisted methods. We prepared a cook pot, which was cast into the sea, but despite our best efforts to replicate your techniques, the result was quite disappointing. As a finless one, surely you are more capable of making the so-called stew. If you might take this trilobite meat and place it into the cook pot as we observe, it would be most educational. The others are gathered atop the rise to the east. You will forgive me for keeping my distance. I have yet to grow accustomed to the heat of the flames. All right. So the cook pot is over here. Trilobite meat. You deposit the meat into the bubbling broth. All that remains is to wait. Now we wait. The makeshift stew appears to have been cooked long enough. Whether or not it will meet the Andal's approval, however, remains to be seen. The stew ready yet, finless one? Ah, so hot it is, like the boiling currents near the deep water vents. But it must be this hot, else the meat will spoil. Yes, I see. So fearful of the heat were we that we did not consider cooking it longer, but now we know. Thank you for teaching us, finless one. Take with you a portion of the stew back to Pulsh own. He may savor the taste for himself. All right, taking it back over to the fish man. Gonna take a mount over this time. Well, were you able to educate the others, finless one? Yes, I was. Here's some trilobite stew. How hot it is, yet delicious. To think such wonders could be born of deadly fire. Thank you for teaching us the proper methods. You're welcome. Okay, so we got Integer of Intelligence and Night World Silver Pieces. Okay. Okay, so Amshaf is looking for an able-bodied finless one to hunt a dangerous beast in his stead. Well, if it is not a finless one, spare a moment for a frail Af, honored guest, if you would. We Ondo are the caretakers of these and other ancient ruins. Ours is a dangerous lot, for there are many creatures of the sea that would drive us from this place and take up residence in our stead. Thus must we clad ourselves in armor to shield our bodies from their blows. The scales of the Amphisbaena are of one such material we use to fashion our equipment. Slay one and bring me its scales, that I might help our young Cole live to see the morrow. They are opportunistic predators, preferring to remain concealed until they sense the presence of potential prey. Use this crab meat to lure one out of hiding, and then befuddle its senses with this shimmering orb. Okie dokie. Okay, so it doesn't look like I can get out from that side at all. I'm gonna have to go out this way and then hook around the mountain range. Okay, south this way. There we go. I see our destination. Ooh, that's a sinkhole. Alright, let's drop the crab meat and bait that sucker out and then blind it. Alright, where's the destination? Okay. And there it goes. It's dead. Now back over to the town. Not really a town, more like a little outpost. Doesn't even seem like a village even. Gonna go this way because I can just drop down into the town. Ah, the finless hunter, have you brought the scales I seek? Yes, here you go. Here's your scales that you had me go and get you. Very good, very good. These are just the sort we'll need to make strong, stout armor for the younglings. Once we would have shirked such measures, cumbersome and weighty as they are, we must adapt to our life outside of water, which means utilizing the methods you finless ones favor. Alright, I'm gonna go with the silver pieces. You guys give me a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Thank you for waiting. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna pick up the Sausage Coal quest. Sausage Coal appears to be staring rather intently at your mouth. Finless one. Am I to glide through the waters without water or seek out which I crave? I cannot. What I do crave, you wonder? Teeth. The teeth of myriad beasts. Find for me feisty beasts with good teeth. Smack them about until they're good and weak. Then bind them with rope and bring them to me. Let me see. Let me think. Hey, well, okay. Chink and Miniri, Mogarwer, and a deep sea leech. Bring me one of each alive and mind the teeth. Okay. So I gotta go out there and poach a couple creatures so I can get him his teeth. But I can't kill him. I gotta get him alive. Okay, so two of them are up here somewhere, up north. Okay, first one's here. Okay, here's one of them. And I killed it. I was gonna use the rope, but oh well. There are more out here. Nope, not weak enough yet. There we go. There's one. Now up north more for the other one. Okay, the deep sea leech. Yep, got that one. Now we only got one more left. And that's way down south. Actually, no, I'm just going to teleport back to the village. That'll be the quickest route. Okay, so where is this last critter? Nose hit, maybe? Yep, there they are. I guess it wasn't down enough. There we go. There. All right, let's talk to this teeth hungry weirdo. My finless friend, have you my living lovelies? Yes, I do. Splendid, splendid. What big nasty teeth you have, and now they are mine. Wahaha, all mine. Teeth make for fine spearheads and still finer gifts for female Ando. The clutch mother and her attendants will all delight in wearing such jewelry. But truth be told, I simply adore teeth of all shapes and sizes. I'm a collector with an insatiable need. Why, the other day I asked another Ando to give me his, just a few. I even offered to pull them myself, but he grew so angry and refused. Say, your teeth are rather nice, finless one, rounded, shiny, and small. Would you be so kind as to favor me with a few? The pulling will be quick and painless, I promise. No, thank you. No? Shame. If you change your mind, come and find me. I shall be waiting, always waiting. Heh heh heh. Weirdo. Deosh Ath. Alright, we can either get a Tinker of Vitality or Night World Silver Pieces. Seeks to teach the Cole the wordless ways of the Finless One. Finless One, honored guest, a moment of your time, we seek the wisdom of you and your people. In the water, there are many ways in which we Ando may communicate with one another without relying on speech. However, in this new environment of ours, our options are somewhat more restricted. The Cole wish to learn other techniques, but I have limited knowledge of such things. Might you speak with this child and demonstrate for him your methods? Alright, I'm gonna grab a bunch of them this time. Peggish own fears an interloper may be about. Tell me, Finless One, have you seen a shifty-eyed Ando lurking about? I have, as have others. Cups is home to a small community and strangers do not go unnoticed. I can but assume that one of those lawless outsiders is attempting to pass as one of us. I cannot go about and search on account of my duties here, but if you could conduct an investigation in my stead, I would be most grateful. I suggest you begin by speaking with the guard at the southern entrance. Okay. I'll just keep going south then. We got an Ando visionary here. The Ando visionary dreams of sharing his passions with his people. Greetings, Finless One, and thank you. Others may be distressed by the change you have wrought, but I consider this to be an opportunity of a lifetime, an opportunity to savor the fruits of the land. Quite literally, in fact, for I wish to make oranges. So delicious are the ones we have purchased from traders, full of surprisingly sour sweetness. I kept the seeds of one I supped upon, and now that the sea has been parted, I can at last try my hand at agricultural endeavors, or I would if I knew aught of it. What exactly is agriculture anyway? So you bury the seeds in the earth, and with the aid of the sun's light, it grows into a tree. Not unlike kelp then. Well, we certainly do not want for earth here. What much can I say? We will need to substitute for the sun's light though. Fortunately, I already have something in mind. Come with me and see for yourself. It's not far due east of the cups. Come, come. Alright. But before I go and I chase after him, I'm gonna get these little people I gotta talk to. Alright. You've come at a good time, Finless One. Might you be so kind as to demonstrate how you would, without words, beckon me to come to your side? Alright, so we gotta do beckon. Oh, am I too far away? I see, I see. Such exaggerated gestures are sure to be easily understood, even over considerable distances. We are about to embark on a hunt. Perhaps I will be able to employ this new technique to great effect to coordinate our movements. There is another of our brethren in the cups that would benefit from your wisdom, an insatiably curious Ando. Please go to him and aid him as you did us. Alright. But before I do that, I gotta talk to the veteran gate guard over here about the shifty looking Ando. A shifty-eyed Ando, you say? I have seen no such individual, but I can but presume they are still somewhere here in the cups. There is an elder who prides himself on knowing every soul here. If there is a new arrival here, he will have noted their passing. All right, so off we go. The insatiably curious Ando. Finless One, are you the one who is teaching Ando how your kind speaks without words? Yes? Tell me then. How would you express delight at another's surprisingly amusing antics? With water, one might do so with several spontaneous loops. Without the somersault motion, it becomes rather more difficult. I am told your kind like to chuckle. What is this? Can you demonstrate? Excuse me, guys. Oh, I see. It is a shaking of the whole body and a contortion of the face. I think I can replicate this motion. Not quite. Well, was it not a near perfect imitation of the chuckle? Honestly, I thought you wanted to eat my face. Really? But your face is not at all appetizing to me. I was so certain that I had captured the essence of the chuckle. It seems this will require rather more practice. It was Dacius Ath who first asked you to teach us these techniques, yes? You should return to him and tell him of your efforts. I'm sure he will reward you. As for me, I will go and teach the others of the chuckle. My thanks to you for this gift, Finless One. Yeah, I don't think he should be the one teaching the chuckle. I think a lot of people up on the land will definitely mistake that for them wanting to attack and eat our faces. I fear for their future up on the surface. The Coles seem to be in high spirits, or perhaps they have grown that skilled at expressing themselves with the chuckle already. That is all the more reason I have to thank you for our instruction then. A suspicious outsider? Nay, I have seen none other than you, of course. Heh, heh. But if he has somehow eluded the gate guards, then the only other explanation is that he has gone to ground in the cabins below. Mayhap you should speak with the youngling guard stationed near the entrance. Alright, so now we gotta go over to the ruins down below. Alright, I'm gonna mount up for this. Looks like there's a bit of a trip out there. Whoa. Okay, so don't step on that. That sends you right back to the surface. There's the youthful gate guard. A shifty-eyed Ando. Now that you mention it, there was this one fellow who seemed to be in a bit of a hurry. I waved him on by, thinking nothing of it. Say, is he one of those raiders? I hope not. Well, I should probably stay here just in case he tries to come back out. If you want to catch him, you'll need to head down there by yourself. All right? Down we go. Okay, off this way, it looks like. And there he is, the shifty-eyed Ando. Who goes there? A finless one. What business have you with me? I am no miscreant. I came here in secret that I might practice with a spear away from prying eyes. It was a gift presented to me by a finless one I saved from drowning. It is a rather more flamboyant than those of traditional Ando make, and so I feared the others might judge me harshly for it. I did not wish to give so many cause to worry, but I see now that I have. I shall go and apologize. The Pagshish own. You should speak with him after. He will doubtless want to thank you for your service. Alright, back up to the surface. Instead of traveling all that way back, I'm just gonna teleport. And so the mystery is solved. The little one explained all to me. It may seem extreme for me to be so suspicious, but we must ever be vigilant for infiltrators. For our sake and for yours, whatever hatred and resentment they bear towards us is dwarfed by that which they harbor for your kind. The flood of light was the work of finless ones, and so they hold you responsible for robbing them of their homes. We know better. In time they will too, I pray. But for now, you must go with caution, honored guest. All right. Let's talk to the gemstone trader and unlock him. And it leaves me only with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more quests to complete. Trade my goods for your bicolored gemstones? I suppose I could, or rather should. That's what I'm here for. And I could trade with him. Kind of fun stuff does he have? Sea swallow skin, cubus flesh, and hydrozoan umbrella. More crafting materials that, you know, I don't really need because I don't craft. was kind of hoping I could get up here. Aha, I did. Ooh, they got a necklace. Noxious Cole is not sure if he wants to converse with you or run away screaming in terror. How about you chuckle? No, please stay back. Spare me, Oafenless One, from your ruthless mastications. I am too young to be eaten. I don't want to eat you. Don't even look edible. Oh, you do not wish to eat me, that as well. I may have drawn premature conclusions, but as this is the first time I have your kind, it is a somewhat terrifying experience. But now that we have established a rapport, perhaps you would be so kind as to enlighten me somewhat. Tell me of your ways and preferences. Trade is integral to cordial relations after all. Surely you have noticed that there are many sunken ships in this region, many of which undoubtedly contain items of value. I ask that you search these wrecks and return said items, that I might have a better understanding of what it is I and the others should scavenge. Alright. Alright, let's see what Suresh Cole wants us to do. Staring forlornly at the alcoves high above. See you, the portal high above. 'Tis the work of the ancients. Like many structures scattered without, that we Ando have since made our own. See no portal. Alas, in the absence of flowing waters, I cannot reach my home as easily as before. If only I had a device or tool to aid in climbing up and down. The bones of a great sea beast might be useful to this end. Such creatures are not wont to linger in a single place and are difficult to track, but they have been sighted not far from the cups on occasion. As a Cole, I have no chance of defeating those creatures, but you are not hampered by the lack of water. There is a trench to the northwest of which they sometimes emerge. Will you go and slay one of these beasts for their bones? Yeah, I'll do so you can get back to your home. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got enough for one more quest. So let's talk to Kushish Own. And he's got Tinker of Dexterity. Alright, Kushish Own is a very picture of worry. So strange it is to see finless ones in our realm, but since you are here, perhaps you can offer us aid. A spearfisher of ours has been away for some time, too long by half. I fear he may be struggling in this newly waterless world of ours. You, however, thrive in such environments. If he is injured or worse, then I should be grateful if you would go and render aid. Forgive me this sudden request, but I must ask that you search for him north of the Norvrant slope, so northwards. I do believe my log is completely full. All right, off we go. And we got a lot of stuff we got to do. Got several places to visit. Quite a few places to visit, actually. I'm gonna start over on this side and talk to the Ando that dreams of oranges. He's out here somewhere. Ah, there he is. This is or was a variety of feather star, a creature of the sea that shimmers with the radiance of a flower in bloom. Alas, in the absence of water, it is rather less radiant than I remember. No need to say it. I know this will not do, but worry not. I know of another possible solution. Follow me to the northwest, past where the dry return. A promising salvage, but I got a level 80 deacon right there. Ooh boy. Okay, there's one. Yeah, there's another one south of us. Yeah, there's item number 2. Ah, here we go. Here's some more promising salvage. And that looks like the last of the promising salvage. Excellent. And there's still a few more places to head off to. Cast about looking for great beasts, the sort described by Shoresh Cole, but see nothing. Alright, so there's nothing here. Well, time to continue on. Oh, not the chair. Yeah, I'd rather ride Whisper than ride the chair. Alright, let's take a drop down to the destination. Alright. Ah, so it's a hostile presence. One of the Amphispina. And down it goes. I got its bones for him to make a ladder. I'm starting to get all choked up. All right, here's the Ando Visionary. See this white anemone and the starfish which reside above? Both radiate a gentle light to lure fish that they might feast. Surely this will serve for our purposes. The light looks a little weak. Oh, is it now? I rather thought it was. So be it. I do have one final idea though. It's a bit far, so let us return to the cups. Alright. Before I head back to the cups, I'm gonna head north. No, not the chair. There we go. And there's the spearfisher. Thieving scoundrels. Where did you come from, finless one? Wish Owen sent you. How embarrassing. I am present and accounted for, as you can see. However, the foodstuffs I had procured or not, a wily miscreant snatched them from my grasp not long before you arrived. I speak of those Ando who refuse to treat with outsiders. They number many, and will not hesitate to steal and murder if it suits them. Until I catch more game, to make up for what which is lost, I dare not return home. Take that which I still have back with you to Kush own, and tell him of my plight. My thanks to you, finless one. So back to the Ando cups. All right, let's turn these quests in that I have done. You are returned, but alone. What of our spearfisher? What has become of him? Waylaid by thieves. That is unfortunate, but I'm glad to hear he is unharmed and that he managed to retain a portion of his catch. Do not mistake our misguided brethren for black-hearted villains, but they struggle to survive in our changing realm, and I remain hopeful that one day they may see the error of their ways. We have all lost much in the wake of the flood, Ando and finless ones both. Yet we dare not let our loss define us or lead us into wicked ways. You too have overcome much hardship in your life, have you not? But you have not been broken by the weight. Stay strong, friend, and accept this with my thanks. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the silver pieces. Now we're to Sorashish Coal. The finless one. Did you manage to find one of the beasts I described? Yes, I did. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. With these bones, I can fashion a ladder to return to my home. It lies beyond that portal, as do the homes of many other coal. There we rest upon beds of softest seaweed. These highest alcoves are for we youths who have yet to be granted eggs. Only the own who have been deemed worthy of this honor may live in the lower levels. Those in the deepest depths are reserved for the clutch mother, another female Ando, as well as the most esteemed elders of our people. Needless to say, the coal has struggled greatly to adapt to this world without water, though it would be far better were it to return. With this new ladder, we can at least travel to and from our beds that much more easily. Oh, okay, I see the portal he's talking about. Nagish coal. Ah, the ravenous-looking finless one returns, and with the items of value I requested, I hope. Yep, here's your brown salvage. Fascinating, most fascinating. I had no idea such curiosities held value for you and yours. Even this misshapen thing, how very odd. You have given me great insight into your culture, finless one. I may soon be ready to engage in commercial trade with the others of your kind, and secure great profits for the Ando. Oh, but how rude of me. For your service you must be rewarded, yes, and my newfound knowledge of what it is you covet most deeply, I can compensate you appropriately, I should think. And he gives me my necklace. Retrieve the material off that. And we're going to convert the choker. Ooh, got a Savage Might 6 out of that. Not bad. All right, let's talk. Well, yeah, let's talk to him again. Nakshish Cole has yet more designs involving you. Hold a moment, my friend, finless one. I have another request to make of you, this time for a friend who foolishly sought to slay a formidable stingray on his own, only to limp back home after being struck by a poison barb. That has been an all too familiar refrain as of late. Time and time again, we Cole find ourselves overmatched by our foes in this now waterless realm of ours. You, however, should find it easy to slay the stingray and secure its skin, no? Of course you will. Should you succeed in this endeavor, I ask that you deliver the skin to a leatherworker of ours. Thank you in advance, finless one. All right, now we got to go and actually I should go pick up that other quest in here, because now I got 1, 2, 3. So I can pick up 2 more quests. There's only 2 more quests left in this town. All right, Nemshish Own could use a helping hand with a necessary evil. Greetings, honored guest. Could you perchance lend an old Ando a hand with a troublesome hunt? Dagons pose a threat to the young and infirm, for they disguise themselves as rocks and ambush their prey to feed. They must be called for the good of all, but I alone cannot see this done. Therefore, I would ask you to help me in slaying the meddlesome pests. A trio should suffice. Come and see me when you have finished. All right, now we got Narosh Cole. Eyeing you with naked interest. Hail, finless one, and welcome to the Cups. Long have I waited to converse with one of your kind. I am called Narosh Cole. How may I address you? Kona Akabla Furious. Before we speak at length, there is something I would show to you. Let us leave behind the Cups and head due west. Come. All right. And let's go and talk to this guy over here, the visionary again. I must apologize, finless one, for making you walk hither and thither to no end. I hope that this third option will meet with your approval. It is far, far below, and a fair ways to the west besides. Mind your footing and take care not to slip. Okay. Alright. Alright, we'll head down a little bit. I'm not even sure if we'll be able to get there in time, actually. Because it is now 12 o'clock, everybody. That means it's the end of today's stream. Thank you all for joining me. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, follow, thumbs up. I appreciate it, and it helps me out. So tomorrow is going to be the continuation of today's stream, and it'll be at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time till 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, everybody, have a wonderful night, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning, everybody. All right, goodbye.